I've had a really incredible opportunity that it was life-changing, and it's one that I'm just so thankful for, that I got to spend a good bit of time with my Amish friends in Michigan and Indiana. I had the distinct honor of being invited to a home, and I got to stay in a cabin just a few feet from where my beautiful Amish friends lived. I got to take the kids to school. I got to take mom and dad on errands with my car. Just a lot of good experiences. These kids that I took to school were like, at that time, like say 6 and 8 years old, and maybe 9 at that point for the oldest one, a boy and a girl, oldest one being a boy. And their beautiful mother, when I took them to school, when she would always come outside, no matter what the weather was, she'd always come outside and wave to the children as we left the yard. And so Amanda waved back she was sitting in kind of the middle, so she really didn't have as much opportunity as Aiden did to wave back at mom. And I said, that's no way to wave at mom, because we had a fun time playing around with the kids, and we had a really good relationship. And I said, that's no way to wave at mom. Look at her, she's so special out there waving. And so they waved like that, And so Aiden kind of helped Amanda, his sister, because she was kind of twisted in there. And so I came up with this idea. So, Aiden, you know what you ought to do? You were really good at helping fix Amanda's waiver. I called waiver like your hand. I said, look at how quick you did that. And most of us know with the Amish, they have a lot of cottage industries. They might make saddles, they might make all kinds of things, or leather goods, And I said, what you ought to do is open up Aiden's waiver shop. And so that way, people like Amanda who have trouble waving, they could come see you and you could help straighten it out. You could get them going. Well, that was just a couple minutes that lasted, and we drove on off. But me calling attention to that, though, it really did make such a difference in the way the children from then on waved at their mother. When they were coming home or when they left, those waves would be going. And I would make that comment again about, wow, Aiden, you really are good at fixing waivers. And so the way the roads were laid out up in Michigan, they were gravel roads, but laid out like 2 miles and parallel to each other, or rectangles. And so a lot of times we could see people coming, and they knew most of the people in that community. And so some people would just say, let's say somebody waved a little bit like this. The kids would say, I think that guy's waiver's broken. And I would say, they need you, Aiden. They need you to fix that, because it's not the same. When we meet that person, because there was a white-haired Amish man, and I just, when I was in that area, I just hoped to see him. He had a long white beard. He'd have an open wagon. And when you saw him, he'd be like, and man, that's all the spirit charge you needed for that day. Remember, lingering moments, waving, and those are our antidepressants. Those are nature's antidepressants. And that's why we need each other. I needed that Amish man. So we need to make those connections.